Let's do factorization, chapter 13, exercise 13C. Page number 168, question 16. 5 plus 3a minus 14a square. So like always, we take the first term and multiply it with the last term. So that is 5 into minus 14a square. So this will be equal to minus 70a square. And what is the middle term? The middle term is 3a. So here what we need to do is we should get two numbers. When we multiply, we get minus 70. When we add, we get 3. So we take minus 70 or just 70 and write the factors of 70 and see how we can get a number close to this. That is, when you multiply, you get 70. When you add, you get 3, two numbers. So we need to get the factors of 70. So factors of 70, 1 into 70 is 70. Then we have 2 into 35 is 70. Then we have 5 into 14 is 70. Then we have 7 into 10 is 70. So all these numbers, the pair of numbers that we have, these are all factors of 70. They multiply to give us 70. Now, which of these, when you add, will give you 3, either by changing the sign or not changing the sign. 1 and 70 will not give us 3. 2 and 35, no. 5 and 14, no. Now, 7 and 10, let's take those two numbers. Now, if I take 7 plus 10, I'll get 17. So let me change one of the signs. If I change the sign of the first one, that is minus 7 plus 10, what do I get? I will get 3. So can you see I've got this 3 here. Now let me multiply these two and see what I get. So minus 7 into 10 is equal to minus 70. So can you see I have got 3 when I add it up and I get minus 70 when I multiply. So minus 7 and 10 are the two terms that I can split this 3a into. So this is equal to minus 7a plus 10a. So now I'm going to write it down here. So the first term will remain as it is. That is, the first term is 5. I have split the second term. What have I split it into? Into minus 7a plus 10a. Let's write that. Minus 7a plus 10a. And we have minus 14a square. Now let's take the first two terms and the first two terms. Now here in this first two, what is common here? So here, as you can see, 5 minus 7, there's nothing that is common. So when there's nothing common, we write it as 1. So we take 1 and put that whole thing within brackets. 5 minus 7a plus, now since I have 5 minus 7a here, remember I need to get 5 minus 7a here also. So now let's see what's common. 10a minus 14a. Now 10 and 14 are both divisible by 2. So I can write 2 here. Okay, it's common. Then you can see there's one a here and a square. That means I can write one more a here. So this is a. So now I'll put the rest within brackets. Now 2a into what will give me 10a. I already have a here. 2 into what is 10? 5. So I just have to put 5 inside. And remember here it is minus 7a, 5 minus 7a. I need to get 5 minus 7a here also. Let me put that and see whether I will get that right. Okay. Now let's multiply this and see whether we get this. 2a into 5 is 10a, correct. 2a into minus 7a minus sign, 2 sevens are 14, a into a is a square. So you can do it that way also. So we've got the same thing and our answer is correct. So now let's take this and this, that is these two, and write that down first. So that is 1 plus 2a. And then let's take the next one that is common, that is 5 minus 7a. So we have factorized this. These are our answers. Question 17. Now here can you see this is different. We have 2a plus b the whole square plus 5 into 2a plus b plus 6. Now can you see what we have in brackets is the same, 2a plus b. Here also 2a plus b. So what we're going to do is we're going to consider 2a plus b, this whole thing, to be equal to x. So let's say let 2a plus b. Okay, 2a plus b, let this be equal to x. That means in the place of 2a plus b, I'm going to write x. So this is going to be x square plus 5. 2a plus b is x plus 6. So now I've got it in this form. The expression is in this form because I have substituted 2a plus b with x, because we said let 2a plus b be equal to x. Finally, at the end, we will bring it back to this. So now it is in this form. Let's work this out. This is just like how we've been doing so far. Let's multiply these two. So here it is 1. So 1 into 6 is 6x squared. So let's write that 1x squared into 6 is 6x squared, and then the middle term is 5x. So now I have to split my middle term in such a way that when I add I get this, when I multiply I get 6. So let's take 6 and write all the factors of 6. 1 into 6 is 6. Okay, now look at this. 1 and 6. If you take 1 and 6, will we get 5 when we add it up? Let's try. Let's take 1 and 6. 1 plus 6 will give us 7. But if I change the signs, what if I change the sign? If I change the sign here, minus 1 plus 6, I will get 5. Let me multiply and see. Minus 1 into 6, I will get minus 6. I can't get minus 6, I just need 6. That means I cannot take 1 and 6. What are the other factors of 6? 2 3s are 6. So now let's take 2 and 3. Now if I take 2 plus 3, what do I get? I get 5. If I say 2 into 3, what do I get? 6. So can you see, when I add up these two numbers, I get 5. When I multiply these two, I get 6. So I can split 5x into 2x plus 3x. So this is 2x plus 3x. So that we can write it here. We're going to write it here. The first one remains as it is. So here we're going to say x square, and we are splitting 5x. It's going to become plus 2x plus 3x. And then the third one plus 6. Now let's take the first two terms here and the next two and pick out the common one. Now what is common? X is common. Now if I take out 1x, there's one more x. Then here 2x. X is already here, so I just have to put plus 2. Plus 2. Now plus. Now here again, remember I have x plus 2. I need to get x plus 2 here also in one more bracket. So let's look and see what is common. Now 3 and 6 are both divisible by 3. So 3 is common. So inside the bracket, let's put x plus 2 and see whether we get the same thing. Remember, I have x plus 2 here. I must get x plus 2 here. Let's multiply. 3 into x is 3x, correct? 3 into 2 is 6. So this is correct and this is correct. So now let's take these two, x plus 3. So this will be x plus 3. This is the first part. And the second one is x plus 2. Now this is not our final answer because we have to get back to the question. Now here in the place of x we are going to write 2a plus b because that is what we said in the beginning. Let 2a plus b be equal to x. So wherever we have x we are now going to write 2a plus b. So let's do that. So here it's going to be instead of x 2a plus b and the rest is plus 3. And in the other bracket also in the place of x we are going to write 2a plus b and then the next term is plus 2. Now this is our final answer. Question 18. Now here we have 1 minus 2x plus 3y minus 6 into 2x plus 3y. Now in brackets we have the same thing. 2x plus 3y, here also 2x plus 3y. So let us say let 2x plus 3y. Now let this be equal to a. Let's consider this to be another letter because we already have an x here. That's why I put a here. So let's substitute. Wherever we have 2x plus 3y, we are going to write a. So here 1 minus 2x plus 3y is a minus 6 and 2x plus 3y square is a square. So we have this now. Now let's get back to a normal way of doing 1 into 6 minus 6a square. So that is 1 into minus 6a square is how much? Minus 6a square. And then the middle term is minus a. Now we have to think of two numbers that when we multiply we get minus 6 and when we add we get minus 1. So this is going to be 1. So let's take 6 and write the factors of 6. We are taking this 6 and I'm going to write the factors of 6. So 1 into 6 is 6. that we know 1 into 6, then the other factors are 2 into 3. 2 into 3. So here 2 into 3, when you multiply you get 6, when you add will you get minus 1. Let's try that. So 2 plus 3, we should get minus 1. So for that we have to put the minus sign here. Now 2 plus minus 3 or 2 minus 3 is minus 1. Let's multiply and see. 2 into minus 3. The sign is minus, 2 3s are 6. So when we add up 2 and minus 3, we get minus 1, which is here. And we multiply 2 and minus 3, we get minus 6, which is here. So these are the two terms that we have split minus 1a into. That will be 2a plus minus 3a plus minus 3a. So let's write it down here. So 1, now minus a is going to become plus 2a minus 3a. And here we have minus 6a squared. So let's take the first two terms and the next two terms. So look at the first two terms. 1 plus 2a, there's nothing common. When there's nothing common, we write 1. 1 can be common and put the rest within brackets. 1 plus 2a. Now let's go to the next two terms. Here we have minus 3a minus 6a squared. Now what is common here? Minus, and we have 3 and 6. So both 3 and 6 are divisible by 3. So we can write minus, and then we have 3, and we can take 1a because a is common to both. Now inside what will we get? So we already have minus 3a here. So here also minus 3. So it's simply 1. So inside it's 1. And then we can write this plus 2a and check the answer, plus 2a. Now let's check and see. Minus 3a into 1 is minus 3a. Minus 3a into plus 2a. Minus into plus is minus. 3 into 2 is 6. A into a is a square. So this is correct. So now let's take this and make the first factor. So that is 1 minus 3a and the other one within brackets, that is 1 plus 2a. Now here we have to be careful. Wherever we have a, we are going to substitute it with 2x plus 3y because in the beginning we said let 2x plus 3y be a. So remember to substitute a with 2x plus 3y. So let's do it here. So here we have 1 minus 3a. Let's write that. So this is 1 minus 3a is 3 into a. And what is a? 2x plus 3y. So this is the first one. So let's put this within square brackets to separate it from the common brackets. Then here in the next part we have 1 plus 2a. That is 1 plus 2 into a, and a is 2x plus 3y. So again let's use square brackets here. Now let's open the brackets slowly. So this becomes 1 minus 3 into 2x first and 3 into 3y. So minus 3 into 2 is minus 6x. Then minus into plus is minus 3 3s are 9 minus 9y. So this is within the first bracket. Let's go to the other part. So here we have 1 plus multiply 2 into 2x and 2 into 3y. So 2 into 2x is 4x plus 2 into 3. 2 3s are 6, 6y. So this is our answer. 1 minus 6x minus 9y. 1 plus 4x plus 6y. Question 19. X minus 2y the whole square minus 12 into x minus 2y plus 32. So here can you see x minus 2y is the same in the brackets here. So let's consider this x minus 2y to be a. So let's write that. So that will be let's write that let x minus 2y be equal to a. That means wherever you have x minus 2y you're going to write a. So let's start. So here we have x minus 2y the whole square. That means it will be a square. A square minus 12 we write as it is, and in the place of x minus 2y we are going to write a. So that will be 12a plus 32. So now we are going to take these two numbers, multiply in such a way that we get this 32 as the product and minus 12 as the sum. So let's take 32. So a into 32, a square into 32. So that will be a square into 32, which will give us 32a square. Now let's take the middle term minus 12a because that is what we're going to split. So minus 12a. Now here we need to get two numbers, two terms that when we add we get minus 12 and when we multiply we get 32. So let's look at that. That means we need to look at the factors of 32. Now 1 into 32 is 32. 2 into 16. 2 into 16 is also 32, isn't it? 2 into 16 is 32. When you multiply, you're getting 32. But when you add 2 and 16, you will not get 12. So let's go to the next one, which will give us 32. 4 eighths are 32. So now 4 and 8. Let's look at 4 and 8 and see whether when we add we get 12. So when you take 4 plus 8, we get 12. But here it says minus 12. We need to get minus 12. That means we need to give both these a minus sign. So now if I give this a minus sign and I give this a minus sign. Now let's add and see. Minus 4 plus minus 8 will be minus 12. So now we get minus 12. Let's multiply these two and see. Minus 4 into minus 8. Minus into minus is plus. 8 fours are 32. So now as you can see, when you add you get minus 12. When you multiply you get plus 32, which is what we need to get. So that means minus 12a, we can split it into minus 4a and minus 8a. So let's write that. Minus 4a minus 8a will give us minus 12. So now let's write that here. So this is going to be a square, and instead of minus 12a, we're going to split it and write minus 4a minus 8a. And then we have plus 32. Let's take the first two terms and the next two terms. Now here we have a square minus 4a. What is common? There is one a that is common. So let's take one a out and the remaining let's put it within brackets. So a square means it's one a here, and here we have minus 4a. A is already here, so we can write minus 4. So this is minus 4. Now that means this side also we need to get a minus 4. So let's see what is there that is common to both. Now 8 and 32 both are divisible by 8. So let's write 8 there and let's put a minus 8 and let's see whether this will be okay. So now here what we're going to do is, now minus 8 is already here, so only a we have to write inside. So let's write a, and here we have 32. 8 into 4 is 32. But here we have plus, so minus into plus is minus. So, but we need to get plus. So that means we need to write minus inside. So it is minus 8 fours are 32 minus 4. Now multiply. You can cross check and see whether this is correct. So minus 8 into a is minus 8a. Minus 8 into minus 4 is plus 32. That means this is correct. So now let's take these two and this make the first factor. So this is a minus 8 and the other one is a minus 4. Now let's go back to the first part. Here we said let x minus 2y be a. That means now in the place of a we're going to write x minus 2y. So here we have a, so let's write that. So that is x minus 2y, and then we have minus 8. And here also in the place of a, we're going to write x minus 2y. X minus 2y, and what we have is minus 4. So this is our answer here. Question 20. Here we have 8 plus 6 into a plus b minus 5 into a plus b the whole square. So again a plus b is common. So let's consider a plus b. Let a plus b be equal to x. Since we are already having the letters a and b, I've taken the letter x, which is different. So now, wherever you have a plus b, write x. So here we have a plus b, we'll write x. Here also we have a plus b, we will write x. So now this is 8 plus 6 into a plus b, and a plus b is x, minus 5 into a plus b the whole square, which is x square. So now that we have this, let's continue like a normal thing. Let's multiply the first term and the last term. So that is 8 into minus 5x square. Minus 5x square. This makes it minus 40x square. Then let's look at the middle term. The middle term is 6x. So now what do we have to do? We have to get two terms that will multiply to give us minus 40 and that will add to give us 6. So now let's look at this. At this, let's look at 40. Think of all the factors of 40. 1 into 40 is 40. That will not add to give us 6. 2 into 20 is also 40. That will also not add to give us 6. Then we have 3, it doesn't go. 4 tens are 40. So let's take that. So 4 into 10 is 40. So that will multiply to give us 40. Now if we take 4 and 10, will we get 6? So let's see. If I say 4 plus 10, I will not get 6. That means I have to change the sign of one of these. That means if I change this sign and make it minus 4 plus 10, my answer is going to be minus 6. Now let's multiply these two and see. Minus 4 into 10, what do we get? Minus into plus is minus, 4 tens are 40. So can you see? We can take minus 4 and 10 to split this 6x. So that we will get, when we add we get minus 6, when we multiply we get minus 40. So let's split this up and write it here. So this becomes minus 4x plus 10x. So that we are going to write it here. So first let's write 8 as it is. So this is 8 and plus 6x. Now we have split it up. We have split that into minus 4x and plus 10x. And the last one is as it is, minus 5x squared. Now take the first two and the next two and make your factors. Look for what is common. Now 8 and 4 are both divisible by 4. So 4 is common. So we can take 4 out here and put the rest within brackets. Now 4 into 2 is 8 minus, we already have 4 here. So we only have to write this x. 2 minus x. So let's write that x here. 2 minus x. Let's go to the next one. 10x minus 5x. So here 10 and 5 are both divisible by 5. So we can take that 5 out. So here let's take plus 5. And then what else is common? There is 1x here and x square here. So we can take an x also out. Now we need to multiply to get 10x. So 5 into 2 is 10. We already have an x. Then minus 5 and 5, so that's 1. And we already have 1x, so it is 1x inside. So now can you see? Let's multiply. Let's check if this is correct. 5x into 2 is 10x. 5x into minus x is minus 5x squared. So this is correct. So let's take 4 and plus 5x. So this is 4 plus 5x and the other one is 2 minus x. Now let's go back to this part here. Here what does it say? Let a, b be equal to x. So wherever we have x, now we're going to write a plus b. So let's write that. So this will be 4 plus 5x means 5 into a plus b. So since we already have this square, we're going to change this to a square bracket. Since we have this bracket. Okay. Now the next one, again let's put a square bracket. 2 minus x, and what is x? A plus b. Since it's a minus sign before x, we have to put a plus b within brackets. Okay, now let's open brackets everywhere. So this will become 4 plus multiply 5 into a and 5 into b. So that becomes 5a plus 5b. Now here what do we have? 2. Now since we have minus before the bracket, change all signs. Minus a minus b. So now we have 4 plus 5a plus 5b and 2 minus a minus b, and that is our answer. Question 21. 2 into x plus 2y the whole square minus 5 into x plus 2y plus 2. Again, x plus 2y is common. So let's consider x plus 2y to be equal to a. So wherever we have x plus 2y, we're going to write a. So 2 into a square minus 5 into a plus 2. Now let's multiply the first term and the last term. So that will be 2a square into 2. This is equal to 4a square. Let's take the middle term, minus 5a. So we're going to split the middle term. So we need to get two terms that will multiply to give us 4, but that will add to give us minus 5. So let's take the factors of 4. 1 fours are 4. So let's take those two numbers itself. 1 into 4 is 4. Now if I add this up, 1 plus 4, I will get 5. But what do I need? I need minus 5. So if I need minus 5, I need to change both the signs here to minus. So this becomes minus 1 plus minus 4. Now it becomes minus 5. Now what if I what if I multiply these two numbers now? Minus 1 into minus 4. Let's multiply. Minus into minus is plus. 1 fours are 4. So when we added, we got minus 5, that is this. And when we multiplied, we got plus 4, which is this. So these are the two terms that minus 5a can be split into. So now minus 5a is minus 1a minus 4a. Both these terms give us minus 5a. So we have split it. Let's write it here. 2a square. Instead of minus 5a, we're going to write minus 1a minus 4a plus 2. Now let's take the first two terms and the next two terms here. Now look at the two terms. What is common here is only a, isn't it? So let's take a out. So what will come inside? 2a, because a into 2a will give us 2a square minus, and here we have a, which is already here, so we only have 1 left, so we write 1. Let's put the minus inside, and here remember we need to get again 2a minus 1. So here 4 and 2 are both divisible by 2. So we can write the 2 here, and in brackets let's write 2a minus 1 and then check whether it's correct. So minus 2 into 2a is minus 4a, correct? Minus 2 into minus 1, minus into minus is plus, 2 ones are 2. So we've got that. So now let's take this and this. So this becomes a minus 2 and the other one is 2a minus 1. Now we're going to go back to this, and here we're going to see that wherever we have a, we're going to write x plus 2y. So let's do that. So wherever we have a, x plus 2y. So this is going to be x plus 2y minus 2. Here also we're going to say wherever there's a, x plus 2y. So this we have to write in brackets because here it's multiplication. 2 into x plus 2y minus 1, close brackets. Now let us open the other bracket. So this is x plus 2y minus 2. And here what do we have? Here we need to multiply 2 into x and 2 into 2y. So let's do that. 2 into x is 2x plus 2 into 2y is 4y minus 1. So this is our answer. Question 22. In each case, find whether the trinomial is a perfect square or not. So we have many questions. So in this first case, this trinomial that is given to us, is this a perfect square? That is the question. As you can see, there are three terms, so this is a trinomial. Now, if we have to find out if this is a perfect square, we should get it in this format, an algebraic identity. That is a plus b the whole square. That means we should say a square plus 2ab plus b square. If we can get it in this format, then we can say it's a perfect square. So let's take the first one, x square. So let's write that as x square. That means in this case, a is equal to x. So we have x square. So a is equal to x. Then let's leave the second one now and then go to the last one, 49. Can we write 49 as a square? Yes, 7 square is 49, isn't it? That means b is 7. Okay, so b square is 7 square. So a is x and b is 7. Now let's find out whether we can get 14x when we say 2ab. Let's see whether we can get that. So 2 into a is x, into b is 7. Now let's multiply this and see. 2 7s are 14, 14x. Yes, we're getting it. That means this trinomial is a perfect square. That means we can put it in this format, in the format of a plus b the whole square. What is a? A is x, and what is b? B is 7. So x plus 7 the whole square. That is, if we have to open this, we will get back this answer. So the question is this trinomial a perfect square? Yes, it is a perfect square. So we can write that. Yes, the given trinomial is a perfect square. So this is how we have to find out. We have to put this in the format of a plus b the whole square. If we are able to satisfy this condition with the question given, then the answer is yes. Second one, so here also we have to get it in this format. This is a minus b the whole square, and that will be a square minus 2ab plus b square. So let's see whether we can get it in that format. Now a square, it's already in as a square, so we can write it as a square. Go to the last one, 25. Now 25 should be the square of 5, isn't it? So plus 5 square. So here b is a and b is 5. So now we have to get minus 2ab, minus 2 into a, and a is a, into b, and b is 5 into 5. Now this, let's work out and see what we are getting. So here 2 5s are 10 and 10a. We're getting 10a, just like the question. So that means we have a square minus 10a plus 25. So we have got this in the format of a minus b the whole square. So let's write that. So a is a itself minus b is 5. A minus b the whole square. We are able to get it in this format. That means this trinomial also can be written as a perfect square. So the given trinomial is a perfect square. Third one. Now here also we are going to do it. It's a plus b the whole square, a plus b the whole square, which is a square plus 2ab plus b square. Let's see whether we can get it in this format. So 4x square. 4 is the square of 2, isn't it? So 2x the whole square. So that means a is equal to 2x. Okay, because a square is 2x square. Plus, let's go to the last one, which is 1. 1 can be the square of 1 itself, isn't it? So b is equal to 1. So that is 1 square. Now let's see whether we can get 4x. So 2 into a. And what is a? A here's 2x. So 2 into 2x into b. And what is b? B is 1 into 1. So now let's work this out. So 2x into 1. Let's work this out and see. 2 2s are 4. 4 1s are 4. So we get 4x. That means we have got this 4x. 2x square is there and 1 is there. So we've got this. That means this trinomial is also a perfect square. And how can we write it? A plus b the whole square. And what is a? A is 2x plus b. And what is b? 1 the whole square. So this trinomial is also a perfect square. Yes, the given trinomial is a perfect square. Question 4. 9b square plus 12b plus 16. Now here we need to find out if this trinomial is a perfect square. So what are we going to do? We're going to write down this. This is a plus b the whole square, and that is a square plus 2ab plus b square. So let's take the first one, 9b square. What is the square root of 9? It's 3, and b, 3b the whole square will give us 9b square. That means a is equal to 3b. Now let's go to the last one, that is 16. Now 16, the square root is 4. So 4 square. That means b is equal to 4. Now here we have to get 2ab. So plus 2 into a, which is 3b, into b, which is 4. Then we need to find out whether this will give us 12b. So let's multiply. 2 3s are 6, 6 4s are 24b. So we're getting 24b. But we should actually get 12b, isn't it? That means this trinomial is not a perfect square. So let's write that. The given trinomial is not a perfect square. Question 5, we have 16x square minus 16xy plus y square. Let's see whether we can get this trinomial as a minus b the whole square, which is a square minus 2ab plus b square. So here what do we have? 16x square. What is the square root of 16? It's 4 and we have x. So this we can write it as 4x square. That means a is equal to 4x. Then let's write minus and go to the last one, plus y square. We can write that y square. That means b is equal to y. Now let's try 2ab. 2 into a. And what is a? 4x into b. And b is y. Now this we need to work out and see whether we get minus 16y. 2 4s are 8. That's it. We don't have any other number. We have minus 8xy. That means we did not get minus 16xy. We got minus 8xy. That means this trinomial is not a perfect square. No, the given trinomial is not a perfect square. Question 6. So here also we have this. Now let's work this out. A minus b the whole square. It should come in this format, that is a square minus 2ab plus b square. So here let's take the first one, x square. That is already a square, so we can write it as x square. That means a is equal to x. Let's go to the last one, that is 16. 16, we can write the square root of 16, which is 4. So this is also in the form of a square. That means b is equal to 4. Now we have to write minus 2. Let's work this out and see whether we get minus 4x. 2ab, 2 into a, which is x, into b, which is 4. So this, let's work it out and see. 2 4s are 8, 8x, we're getting minus 8x, whereas in the question we have minus 4x. So what does this tell us? That this trinomial also is not a perfect square. So let's write our answer there. No, the given trinomial is not a perfect square. So with this, children, we come to the end of this exercise. Thank you, children.